to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back again today with a pick a card reading for you. And if you're one of my returning subscribers, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for your support of me and this channel. Thank you for always being so wonderful and open to helping each other out in the comment section. You guys are amazing. I also want to just bring notice that I've noticed a lot of spam comments on my account lately. I've been doing my best to block and report every comment I see. So if you see somebody spamming you, asking you to go to the WhatsApp, just understand that that's a spammer. They're not out for your best intentions. So please keep yourself safe out there. And if you're finding yourself here for the very first time, we just want to welcome you to this family with open arms. I do pick a card readings here for you. I do messages from soulmates and separation at times. So join us, grab yourself a cup of tea or a snack, and we'll have a bit of a chat because we are friends when we gather at my table. So today's pick a card reading is a no contact love message from the person on your mind. What are their current thoughts and feelings? I used to call this Soulmate Sunday on Sundays. So this could be a soulmate, a twin flame in separation. It doesn't even have to be a love message if you're not looking for that. But I will be pulling love message cards today and doing a charm bowl at the end of each pile, as I always do. So the person that you have on your mind that you may be in no contact with right now, how are they currently feeling and thinking about you right this moment? I have 3 piles for you to choose from today. Pile number 1 with the yellow flower and this shell. You guys may have seen it part of my charm bowl before. Pile number 2 with the purple flower and this little wooden carved box. Pandora's box of secrets. Pile number 3 with the pink orchid and this bell. Somebody wanting to communicate with you. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, just know that there may be a message waiting for you from Spirit today. My timestamps are listed below. I'm going to jump right into pile number 1. Again, today's message is a no contact love message from the person on your mind. What are their current thoughts and feelings about you that they don't feel like they can share at this time? Pile number 1. Hello everybody in pile number 1, all of you who are drawn to this shell, or perhaps you were drawn to the yellow flower or to the blue deck, whichever reason you were drawn to this pile. This is your reading, the person on your mind, this no contact situation that you find yourselves in. How are they currently feeling about you? So we're going to look at their current feelings, and then we're going to look at what do they wish they could say to you right this moment. How are they feeling right this second? So what are their current feelings? And we'll look into, you know, if they have any intentions in the future as well to contact you. So what are their current feelings for group 1, please? Okay, so we have the 3 of Pentacles with the Devil. So there is the message coming out that this person could be trapped in some sort of karmic relationship or some sort of foundation that they've started with someone else. It also really denotes the obsession that they may have for you. And this particular Devil with Blanche Devereaux here really speaks to the fiery nature of the fantasy that they have when it comes to you as well. Capricorn is very, very strong here. Their current feelings for you. You feel like a danger, like something dangerous to them. 4 of Pentacles. How do they currently feel right this moment in no contact? The Strength card. So we have Leo, very strong. Capricorn, very strong here. Back of the deck already is the King of Wands. So you could be asking about a Leo. You could be a Leo yourself. How are they currently feeling right this moment about this no contact situation, please? The Hierophant. Again, that message coming through that some of them may actually be married, or you may yourself be married as well. 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, the family is definitely being kind of placed here as a reason why I'm stuck. Sometimes we can kind of skirt around and say, you know, maybe it's not a family unit, but in this case, I really feel like some of you watching, you are already aware though of this person's situation. You already know that they are actually the head of a family, or they're in a relationship of some kind, some sort of role or position that brings value to their life in a sense, but it's also about conforming. We have 8 of Cups. How are they currently feeling? We have the High Priestess. The back of the deck is this Knight of Swords charging in with the 4 of Wands. So the 4 of Wands can be and we have 5 of Cups as well underneath that. The 4 of Wands is really like a gateway card to happiness. It can reflect twin flame, soulmate type of energy. But this person, it's like they feel like they may be late for this connection. They feel like this entrapment that's holding them back is causing too much of a stagnation, and they're really worried that some of the hope is lost in this connection. There is regret for their current position. They would like a new beginning with the Judgment card. The Five of Cups, you know, they're so focused on everything they've lost in this connection that they don't even realize that it still exists in your heart, that there is still hope here. She's ignoring those 2 cups up on the shelf. There is this sense too of feeling like you were put on the shelf, like you were a secondary type of choice, or that you were overlooked somehow for their current situation. So there is this regret too of maybe giving you that impression that they didn't care as much as they cared in the past. They do have fantasies, I feel like saying, about walking away from their current situation, but they do have, they wonder if the risk is worth it. They wonder if it seems like a big mountain that they'd have to climb in order to create what they want here, and they understand that it would take a lot of courage and faith in the situation in order to create this movement. The High Priestess, though, is the fact that this person, she is not being honest about their whole feelings. They're holding back a lot of their emotion. Their wisdom of this connection, their knowledge of it lays deep inside of them. And it is something that sits with them every day, and they have to think about it all the time. Let's get a bit of clarity here. Their current feelings for you. How do they currently feel for you? Seven of Cups. They've got a lot of confusion, but again, it is masked with fantasy too. But they are really confused about how they're feeling. They worry that there's a confusion about how you feel for them as well. They worry about your opinion of them. Three of Wands. They wish that they could communicate with you. And they have these, I feel like they've made up these grand scenarios of moments when they do get a chance to communicate with you. It's like the plan is already in place. They just don't feel free to make that movement because of this concern, with this practical concern with the home. The Four of Pentacles is really a practical concern about what I have accomplished, what I have built up, this Ten of Pentacles, this system that I've put in place. Ace of Wands. But it doesn't stop the thought. It doesn't stop the fantasies. It just feels like it's stuck in Fantasyville, though. They feel like they are stuck in this place of fantasy forever sometimes. Oh, Four of Cups. We talk about the Four of Cups all the time on this channel. It seems to be coming up a lot because a lot of people are sitting in a complacency in their life when they should be having movement. And they know, like, you know, when you're sitting somewhere and you're feeling restless and you're feeling uncomfortable, you know that it's time to move, but there's so much fear. It's kind of like when someone is addicted to something, whether it be cigarettes or marijuana or alcohol. It's like, you know, you need to quit, but even the thought, you haven't given it up yet, but even the thought of quitting creates an anxiety inside of you. It creates an anxiety and a restlessness, and it almost makes you overindulge even more because you're so fearful of that moment of having to not have what you need or not have what you want. But the Four of Cups really teaches us that we have to look at our present moment as a gift, no matter where we're sitting, and pick out the things in the present moment that we can be grateful for, even if overall we're feeling really discouraged. And so this person, it's like I'm stuck in Fantasyville because I'm complacent where I am. They do feel like their roots are pretty deep where they're sitting. They don't know how to make fantasy into reality, but that is what they want, the world. They do want that. Knight of Wands. And they've thought about it, but that Knight of Wands doesn't know what the end game holds. He will go charging in, but there's a fear of the unknown. There's a fear of not having that plan in place, and there's a lot to be risked. There's a lot of practical concerns that can be risked here. There could even be children involved with that Ten of Pentacles. Take that as it resonates. It's not for everyone. Leo energy very strong with the Sun. To be honest, when they think about walking away from their current situation and walking towards you, it brings them a lot of joy and happiness. But there's the Tower. Queen of Cups, the Knight of Cups. It's like they want to know, what would it mean for me to approach you? What would it mean for me to offer you everything? Can I be emotionally vulnerable enough and risk so much in order to do that? And they do feel like they are risking it all. Not just the practicalities of everything, but it's paramount. They're risking their heart. They're risking it's risking because they have to be vulnerable. And that's something that makes them really scared. The Tower energy in this particular deck, it talks about chaotic change that cannot go back, of course, but this particular card is very confusing. And it's the confusion that causes this stagnation. The fear of the confusion, the fear of the unknown, because the Seven of Cups will represent how they don't understand or know completely how you feel. And so the risk needs to be worth the reward in their mind. And they just don't know yet if it is. They just haven't decided yet. Let's look at their intentions towards you in this connection, and then let's look at some messages from them. So what are their intentions towards this connection, please, Spirit? I know I use a lot of decks. Somebody was mentioning that in my comment section to me. You know, I use a lot of cards. I do. I use a lot of cards. That's just how I read. I like as much information as possible. And their intentions towards group one, please. Intentions towards group one. Ace of Wands. The road to hell was paved with good intentions. The Queen of Cups. The Four of Cups again. Their intentions, please, for group one. Their intentions towards this connection in the future, please. Oh, we have the Lovers being shown. Back of the deck is this Chariot. So they, well, Two of Cups underneath. They know that the pressure is on them to kind of make a decision in their own life towards their own happiness. And this is part of their ascension. This is part of their soul growth, to understand the power they wield in their situation, even when they feel like there's a lot to risk, because it's about the reward and about speaking our truth and standing in our truth and being honest with ourselves and other people. And there is this, you know, when they ask about, you know, moves towards you, like I said, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. They know how they feel. That's not the question. They've put a lid on it. It seems even almost unconditional in the way that it's being presented. Cancer energy is very strong, by the way, in this particular spread. So you could be a water sign. This person could definitely be a water sign as well. Gemini, very prevalent as well. But there's this apathetic state is affecting that decision in the future. It's affecting their determination and their drive towards you. So they don't have any necessary, like we do have the Chariot as a back of deck energy, and they are focusing on this connection and wanting that new beginning. Ace of Cups underneath the Two of Cups. But it's like the decision has to be made. They have to make a choice. And the choice is whether or not they want to cause this Tower moment that causes irreversible change in their situation and perhaps your situation. So yes, they're a little bit in the very near future. They don't make plans of coming towards you. It's like they're making the plan, but they haven't figured out yet if it's worth the reward or if they're willing to risk it all. It says, I'm coming forward with an offer though. So for some of you, they may push past it. They may think it's worth it. The confusion. What do they want to say? What do they wish they could say right this moment? I am in losing hope in the situation, but that's truly a choice. Losing hope in something is a choice that we make. We can choose to lose hope or we can choose to cling to it. I don't know how to tell you the truth. I dream about the life that we almost had. You drive me crazy came out, but also I'm a different person than you remember. So they're letting you know that they've evolved, they've grown. They've experienced a lot. They've gained a lot of wisdom, even in their current situation. Has too much time passed? For many of them, that's why they're losing hope, because the longer it goes, as the weeks and months and perhaps years, maybe even for some of you, decades have ticked by, it's like with each passing day, more and more hope gets lost. I do fantasize about you. I will always be connected to this. I will never let you go, in a sense. Let's get some. We have the Here and Now card coming out as advice for this connection. staying in the present moment. And this is more advice, honestly, for your person, unless you are really resonating with that Four of Cups energy as well, if it's some sort of mirrored energy here. And it very well could be. Looking at this Chariot, looking at this Two of Cups, some of you do feel this apathy towards life in general right now. It's about shifting your focus to one of gratitude and understanding the power that you're wielding in the future with your energy right this moment. Truth be told, someone wears a mask. Could be both of you wearing this mask, but it's about rising up above our position, our obstacles, our perceived entrapments, and really shifting the focus to one of truth and honesty, and being honest with ourselves. We have exchanging gifts. They do have dreams and fantasies about giving you a lot, if emotionally, physically. We have facade and abundance. The abundance card, again, it keeps getting back to that Four of Swords. It's like such a theme here. They're wearing a mask, the facade that they're playing in life, this role that they play. It must be very exhausting. It feels tiring. And it's about shifting our focus. We can have a goal. This girl has a goal. She wants to buy that house. They both lost a coin. But it's about our perception of that obstacle. And that's the only power we really wield in change in our life. We can't stop change from coming. It's like a freight train. It's going to come. But it's how we perceive that change. It's how we perceive the problems in front of us and how we attack them. We can either choose to walk away and lament and feel terrible, or we can choose to get to work and come up with some plans of action. And like I said, lots of fantasy here, but the road to hell was paved with good intentions. We have workaholic at the back of the deck. I do feel like this person spends quite a bit of time, perhaps, just engaging in work all the time to just distract themselves. Make the effort. Great love is worth the steps you're guided to take. The best love stories are the ones where they overcome everything. We do have codependency. Addictions are affecting your life. We had the devil there. Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. Some of you want to speed things up, but you can't control this person's thoughts, feelings, and intentions. They have to make those choices on their own. Get a couple more love messages for you before we do our charm bowl today. What would they say to you right this moment? What do they wish that they could say and cannot? I've got a lot of responsibilities right now. I've got a lot of stuff on my shoulder. We have surrender. I've given in and given up. And that is my 10 of Swords card. And that's where this Four of Cups can lead us. It can lead us to the state of complete isolation, complete desolation of our emotions, feeling like we have no light at the end of the tunnel, feeling like our plans are just for naught. We have I have been deceitful. And the attraction is more than physical. My feelings for you are my biggest secret. And the facade card is there. You know, they do keep their truth to themselves. Everything about you is attractive. And here we have, I'm keeping an eye on you. It's a secret. And one more. I want to take a risk with you. That Tower moment is thoughts of you tempt me so much on the back of that deck. They want to take a risk with you, but the Tower is so scary. It looms. Let's get a charm bowl, please, group one. No contact love message from the person on their mind. What do they wish they could say right this moment? Current thoughts and feelings. The Empress, the 10 of Cups, and the King of Wands. So there could be, like I said, children involved in the situation, a marriage in this situation. There's mothers perhaps watching here. And I feel like you guys may be even at the helm of a relationship as well. The current situation, this 10 of Pentacles, this responsibility is what is blocking these two energies from coming together. What is blocking these two forces from wanting to, or not wanting to, but from colliding. Leo energy, very strong there again. I'm feeling so much. We have this big monkey wrench or whatever this is here, which maybe this is like a tool that this person would use in their job, but it's also about the work that they feel like they It's like their current position is a lot of work in order to maintain that. We have these little acorn charms, which is really a symbol of soulmate energy for me. It's like the egg, the potential that is held inside these acorns, but it has to be ripened. It has to be planted at the right time and in the right conditions. Live, laugh, and love. And the blue star. Now the star is always about hope and faith, Aquarius energy, very prevalent, but the blue star particularly is someone who is losing some hope. We have the bee, spirit, self-sacrifice in the bowl for the good of others or the good of the hive. We have Scorpio, the whale tail, so Cancer energy as well, going with the flow. And we have do as you would be done by, almost too simple, but it's all you need to get by. And this person has a strong sense of duty, responsibility to their current position. So it's like they don't want to create bad karma for themselves. All right, group number 1, that is what I have for you. No contact love message from the person on your mind. How are they currently feeling about you? If this resonated with your story, I would love to hear about it in the comment section. I would love for you to join this family, subscribe to our channel, and continue to come back to the Tarot Cottage whenever you feel called to. Please check out my links below. You can hit the notification bell if you want to be notified of all the videos that I post. And I have some links below you might want to check out because I do offer a chance to win a monthly free mini read from me on Instagram, and I do offer private readings through Etsy. If you go to my Etsy page and it's empty, it just means that I haven't relisted or I've already booked for that day. So come back on the next available weekday and there should be more listings available. Okay, I hope you come back and visit me on another day, and I hope you have a great day. Take care. Hello everybody in group number 2. You were drawn to this purpley flower, and oops, I don't know what kind of flower this is. This is a real flower. It's dried perfectly. I don't know. It's always maintained its color. I don't know what it is, but it's a really pretty little, it won't stay cooperating, but, and the little wooden box, which I used to hold a ring in here. I just keep it empty now. It's like a Pandora's box of secrets. So this is your reading. The person on your mind, a no contact love message from them. How are they currently thinking and feeling about you in this no contact situation? What are their intentions towards you in the future? And what are some of the messages that they wish they could say to you right now but cannot? So we have the 9 of Wands coming out. So currently they feel like they have been waiting a really long time to express themselves. They have been waiting for this connection to come to fruition, or they're tired of waiting though. It's an exhaustion. 8 of Swords. How do they currently feel? We have the Star reversed. How do they currently feel, please? There's a sense of depression almost with this person right now, to be honest. I'm feeling, we have the 2 of Pentacles. They feel overwhelmed in life in general. They feel like they're juggling a lot of things, a lot of responsibilities. They feel unable to approach you, and they are losing hope. And like I said, with the Star reversed, I'm just getting a sense that they could be dealing with anxiety, depression, and this could be something that bleeds into other areas of their life. But they feel like they can't come towards you. So let's get some clarity on the 9 of Wands, please. Their current feelings towards group 2. Oops. The Judgment card. It's almost like this sense of like Page of Cups. It's like they're waiting for their chance to return from the dead into your life, like to make a brand new start, to finally get to the end, to finally get to that 10. King of Swords. How are they currently feeling, please? The Chariot. Back of the deck is the Queen of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands. Well, the Queen of Pentacles speaks to someone who views you as very secure, somebody who views you as very attractive as well. You may be someone who really cares about your appearance a lot. And I think that they view you as someone who's pretty accomplished, that you're sitting pretty comfortably in your life right now. So they may have knowledge of you and your situation. They think that you're secure. So you may even be at the helm of some sort of family. You may be a parent. You may be in another connection. But either way, they think that you have evolved. You're very secure. You're successful. Yeah, some of you are parents with the Empress. They have knowledge of where you're sitting. And when they view you and they think about you, you know, they think that you're pretty comfortable and you're pretty happy where you're sitting right now. This knowledge of where they think you are and how they think you feel is entrapping them and causing them to lose hope in that what they were hoping for, which is this emotional new start with the Page of Cups, which is this new beginning with the Judgment. When normally, you know, we talk about the Chariot being this energy towards the decision and driving towards that which what I want. But when I put this card out underneath the Two of Pentacles, it's almost like they've gotten themselves into this lower level frequency where they feel like now's the time for them to decide to shut it off. Now's the time for them to try to push past this fear or push past this connection. And they're trying to be logical, quote unquote, with the King of Swords, but it's being influenced by this sadness, this depression or anxiety that is upon them, this inability to move. They don't feel like they can come towards you. And I don't feel like it's a reflection of their position. It's a reflection, they're reflecting it as a reason of your position. They're being held back by your position in life. In the past reading, you know, we had kind of the opposite, but in this case, they are really saying, you know, I feel like this person is happy, is secure where they are. And so they have this, they can't help but juggle the feelings that they have for you. They can't help but have that as a consideration in their mind. But it's almost like they're trying to decide to turn back. It's like, I should turn back now because I've invested so much of my emotion, and it's leading me to this feeling of exhaustion. And I feel like I'm never, ever going to get to put these wands down. So they are currently feeling pretty low when it comes to you. And they feel stuck. They want to armor themselves. They want to armor themselves against the emotion that they feel. And they're trying hard to do so. They're trying to separate themselves from this sadness, this depression that they're feeling. And they feel powerless. The only power they feel like they can actually wield here is if they came running away from this situation. But let's get a bit of clarity here. I just want to grab this box. People in my comment section were asking me about the name of this tarot. And when I had the question in front of me, I didn't have the deck in front of me, so I couldn't answer it. It's a newer deck of mine. This is the Brit's Third Eye Tarot, kind of like an anime style sort of here. So people were really curious about that. So it is called the Brit's Third Eye Tarot if you are curious. I'll make mention of it in my description box below. Let's look at their current intentions towards you. Current intentions towards group 2, please. What are their intentions towards this connection? Do they have any intentions to break this no contact? We have the Wheel of Fortune coming out. What are their intentions, please? The Strength card. They have intentions of coming forward. Judgment. Have the Devil. Let's clarify. I just saw the Seven of Pentacles. Let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune, please. What is this person's intentions towards group 2? Six of Wands. Too many, Spirit. Whoop. I just saw the Queen of Cups and she kept flipping out, so maybe she wants to come out. So we'll see if she comes out. Clarifying the Strength, please. Their intentions towards group 2. The Two of Wands. The Three of Wands. The Queen of Swords. Back of the deck here is the Page of Cups. Just going to slide this over with the Knight of Swords. So it's interesting here because when we first look at this card, or on the spread, the message would come in almost sometimes, and I feel like if you read tarot, you would look at this message and think, well, you know, there's intentions of them making plans to come towards you to fight off their obsessions or their addictions or that which is holding them back. And that is a message for some of you watching, because we are dealing with collective energy. So there's lots of energies floating in and out. So there is an overhaul hope that somewhere there is going to be this change of events, this out of the blue change of events, and there's an urgency inside of them. But right now there is an Eight of Swords again. There is this urgency inside of them to create change inside of their heart right now. And they, in the past, I feel like they, and the recent past too, here with the Wheel of Fortune, with the Six of Wands, they have these fantasies of sudden turns of events coming in to create happiness, to create victory, to create, you know, the pushing past of obstacles in this connection. The problem here in the here and now is that their current energy is low with the Star reversed. It's low. Their hope for this new beginning is very low right now. So they have to really push through this Eight of Swords. They have to push through their imposed entrapments or these things that hold them back. And it's about making plans that make sense and then putting them into action, because I feel like they fantasize a lot about what they could, should have, would have done, but the action was never a part of it. The fantasy was there, but the action was never there. Again, there is this message here that they have this opinion that they either need to free themselves of this connection in order to, it's kind of like this, they know that it's that this connection is almost an obsession for them. It's almost an obsession, and they're trying in this moment, and I'm not saying that this will continue forever, because obviously energy is ever changing, but in this moment of this reading, this Queen of Swords, look at the coldness in her eyes. It's like they're tired of feeling the emotion. They feel very fed up today. They feel fed up, and it's because of the depth of what they feel. It's because they feel like they've been holding out for so long. It's because the yearning is so great inside of them, because it is actually very painful to be in separation. But because of those feelings, and because none of the plans that they've ever made seem to have ever come to fruition, but again, I feel like that's their doing, because this Eight of Swords, again, the Eight of Swords over here is a reminder that we put ourselves in these restrictive ideas. We let fear reign paramount over our reality and what power we wield in our situation. So they don't have this plan, full sure plan of being able to come towards you. So they have this immediate thought of like, I need to free myself of this obsession if I want to move forward. They feel like you are in a very secure place right now. They feel like you're happy where you are. Let's get some messages from this person. If they could say anything to you right this moment, what would they want to express to you? So it's not that, I feel like they have these hopes and dreams of a new emotional start and charging in with their feelings, but they are holding themselves back from doing so. And in doing that, they are creating this situation where they feel obsessed, but there's nothing they can do about it, when in fact they can do everything about it if they chose to. So they have this mentality of wanting to just free themselves of the burden. What would they say right this moment, please, if they could say anything? I fantasize about you, but the fantasy is there, but I feel stuck. I feel stuck in the fantasy, perhaps, or, you know, I feel stuck just staying in the fantasy. I didn't realize I loved you until it was too late, and you were already perhaps in another relationship, already secure, living far away. It's just, it took time to get that clarity, and sometimes that clarity can't even come in unless there's a separation, and it's like a bittersweetness. It's a bittersweet type of mentality. It's always been you. That I wish that I had fought harder in the past. I wish that I could have had the courage to reveal myself, or I wish I had the courage to fix the problems between us. If you were in a relationship with this person, I did make a huge mistake. But I am trying to become a better person. And you know, that card specifically, they say they're trying to become a better person, but it almost feels like they feel like there's a lack inside of them because they can't get the courage to shake things up in this connection. But it's also self-sacrifice too. They feel like they're doing you a favor by having this mentality. You are my soulmate. Feels like a big sacrifice because they say I'm haunted by that. I'm haunted by the knowledge of this connection. I'm haunted by the fact that we could be soulmates. Let's get a couple more messages before we do oracles. What would this person wish that they could say? What do they wish that they could say, please? I want you to be happy. Are you? They think you are. They're pretty sure that you are, but that's all that they want for you. It's like they want to bow out gracefully because they realize maybe that they're not in the running. I'm making plans. And that's the thing, is I don't even feel like they have all the information. Appearances can be deceiving from the outside. I'm looking for clarity. And I work to distract myself. Patience. This just doesn't feel right. Trying to be strong. And I did see that I'm trying to figure out what to do card too. It poked out. I can see, I'm watching. And we have, where are you? Where have you been? So there is that sense here of them, again, having this knowledge of this connection, having an insider idea of what your situation is. I don't feel like it's 100% accurate. I feel like they're making a lot of assumptions based on what they're looking at on social media, perhaps. But again, what we present on social media can be very, very different than reality. True feelings for group number 2, please. True feelings for group 2. Exchanging gifts. They honestly, they just want to be able to speak with you. I feel like in many cases, that is the gift. They want to be generous with you. And it's interesting because this is like a box being opened. It's like, I want to communicate. I want to tell you my truth finally. And you guys actually chose the Pandora's box that's closed up here and all carved. It's like you have made an impression on this person and now they have to hold their feelings for you deep inside. We have time to go. It's like I said, this person and 4 + 5 is 9. We started that 9 of Wands. They feel like bowing out gracefully is the only thing they can do to assure your security. And in your position where you're sitting right now, and to maintain their own sense of control over the situation perhaps, or just a sense of self-preservation because they are in so much pain and they can't see a way towards you and they can't see a way of breaking free of this bind that keeps them apart. A change is in the wind though. A change is in the wind. And it's interesting because we do have this Wheel of Fortune. So that can indicate sudden turns of events coming in. That can indicate, you know, sudden shifts and changes in this connection. So this person could be, you know, again, this is direct energy right now. Energy is always changing and in motion. Something could shift in this person that creates an urgency in them to want to reach out or want to kind of make a last-ditch effort towards you with this Knight of Swords. The only problem here, 8 of Swords underneath, with the Knight of Swords is he doesn't have a plan for forever. He just charges in with the truth and then he kind of leaves you to deal with it. And that's the concern here is disrupting the peace of this queen. And always remember that when I say king, queen, it's just about energies. It has nothing to do with gender as well. Or has nothing to do with gender, period. You have destiny. This person had the thought in the past that this maybe was destined to be. And they do feel energetically linked to you now. They have a sense of ownership over you. I don't want to use the word ownership, but it's almost like protectiveness, a protective mentality towards you. We have vanity. The vanity card comes out when we are concerned about how other people are viewing us. They worry that you've forgotten all about them. There's also a concern here with the queen about how she views her life and how she likes things to be very specific and in order and everything looking good on the outside. So there's a message coming in for some of you that this person thinks that maybe you're a smidgen vain. So take that as it resonates. We have victim at the back of the deck. The Victim card here kind of totally embodies this person's mentality right now. It's like, I haven't planted the seeds at the right time or in the right conditions, but I still expected really good results. And now that I didn't get them, I feel like all is lost. But there needs to be a shift in that mentality. There needs to be a realization of the power that I wield in my own situation. Stripping away the vanity, stripping away the insecurities. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart and receive the greatest energy of all. For some of you, again, that appearance can be deceiving. I feel like you'd be very open to this person contacting you, very open to them expressing themselves. Make the effort. Great love is worth the steps you're guided to take. For some of you, this person was someone that you knew from the time you were very young. You guys grew up together. Perhaps you went to school together. And it really talks about those great love stories that are worth all of the effort. Like, you know, that, look at June Carter and Johnny Cash, you know, very tumultuous type of connection, but something so intrinsically entwined with the two of them, like they couldn't even survive this world for very long without each other. So there is this sense of like willing to make sacrifices, willing to work hard for something that is profound, that is important here. Let's get a charm bowl for you, group 2. A charm bowl to end group 2, please. We have the Tower coming out. Current thoughts and feelings about you and this no contact situation. Tower, 2 of Wands, the Knight of Wands. So, you know, that's the thing about the 2 of Wands makes those plans. He takes that inspired action or inspired thought and he kind of starts making plans about what he wants. He hands it off to the Knight, and the Knight goes charging in towards the instant gratification that he seeks. In this case, it feels very fiery, very kind of tempting. But on the other side of this, the Knight doesn't have that plan. He doesn't know what's going to happen if it causes this turmoil, if it causes this chaos that can't be changed. There's an inability to control the situation. It feels out of my hands, and I don't like that. So there's a fear of causing chaos in your life, irreversible change in both of your situations. So take that as it resonates. We have the Pickaxe. The Pickaxe always makes me think of ice, and we have the King of Swords here, the Queen of Swords. It's about coldness and picking away at the reality and at honestly, at when they see you on social media, if they are keeping tabs on you, at this perception that they have, taking a pickaxe at the reality of the situation so that you can expose it. We also have the Chain. Somebody's feeling a codependency, feeling tethered or unable to move towards you. We have and. We have love built up in a foundation here. I don't know if you guys can see that. And that is my sign for someone who is maybe building a life with someone. We have the Blue Sea Star. Somebody's holding out, they want to hold out hope, but the hope that they hold out makes them sad, to be honest. It is talking about how we have the ability to heal ourselves from within with the Sea Star as well, though. We have the Cross and the Bull, so Christianity could be very important. This person could wear a cross as well. We have Forever. Leo in the Bull. Prescription. I don't know, we have the prescription charm here and the Om symbol. Somebody could meditate quite a bit. We have the 4-leaf clover for good luck, an Irish type of connection. We have the baby feet, and I feel children could be involved in some of your situations. Prescription, there could be a medical, this person could be on antidepressants if they are feeling depressed. I did sense that there is some depression in some of these energies coming through. All right, group number 2, that is what I have for you. No contact love message from the person on your mind. What do they wish they could say to you? How are they currently feeling? What are their intentions? If this resonated, I would love to hear about it in the comment section. I would love for you to subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell if you have not already. It helps me to bring more content to you here. Please check out my links below if you feel called to as well. But I really hope that you come back and visit me here on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. Take care. Hello everybody. In group number 3, you were drawn to this pretty pink orchid, or to the bell perhaps here, bell of communication. Either way, this is your reading. The person on your mind, a no contact love message. How are they currently feeling and thinking about you? What are their intentions towards you and this connection? And what are some of the love messages that they want to express to you, but they cannot at this moment? So let's look at their current feelings first. Using the Modern Witch Tarot for you today. So thank you to Rhonda so much for sending that. I do want to say that if you send me a deck from my wish list, please reach out to me so that I can thank you with a free reading. Okay, what are their current feelings for you? How do they currently think and feel for you? Whoops. We have the Nine of Swords showing itself first here. So we have the Nine of Swords. So losing sleep, they could be dreaming about you as well currently. But it does speak about anxiety, quite a bit of anxiety. They could be suffering from some sort of depression associated with this connection as well. How are they currently feeling about you in this connection, please? Page of Wands. So they definitely, you could be living very far apart from this person. I feel like there's a great distance between you, either emotionally, but it does feel physical as well. And it's like they have such a curiosity about you. They've never maybe had the opportunity to explore this connection with you in the past in some cases. Leo energy, very strong. Aries actually very strong too. So maybe a fire sign, or you may be a fire sign. You do not have to be. How are they currently feeling about you? It shows that they spend time in their dreams fantasizing about you. That's paramount where you show up a lot for them, is in their dream world. And it's kind of, it feels fiery, actually. It feels kind of fiery. How are they currently feeling about you? The Magician. They want to communicate for sure. The Knight of Pentacles. Clarifying the Nine of Swords, please. How are they currently feeling about you? The Ace of Wands. Yeah, definitely spending time dreaming about you, fantasizing about you, particularly at night or when they are alone, when they're able to be alone. That's when they really spend a lot of time in thought about you in this connection. The Death card. Clarifying the Magician, please. How are they feeling currently about this no contact situation? The Judgment. The Three of Cups. You know, there's back of the deck is the Seven of Cups with the Justice. There is this beautiful sense of hopefulness that exists here. That didn't exist in the last pile, I don't feel. There's this sense of hopefulness that exists, and the sense of friendship too. Like they value you. I feel like this could be somebody who was a friend of yours. Maybe you're in no contact now just because of normal life. It just happens. You lose contact, but this person has never quite been able to get you off their mind. It's like they always had these feelings, but they were sort of hesitant to put them into work, hesitant to put that inspired thought into action here. And they were always stuck in that space, stuck in that place of not being able to shift how they feel into real life. And they feel stuck in that place now. It's like a stagnation that has existed for, in some cases, I feel like years. So take that as it resonates, but I feel like you could have been in disconnect from this person for years. This Death card, though, shows that, especially right next to the Judgment, that a change of state is really required and wanted in order to shift this energy into something more. And the Death card does show the disconnect, does show that the, hope for a new beginning, though. Like the hope. You can see the little girl down there holding up that little flower to the horse. Like there is hope here, even though it sometimes feels like there's not. It's like this person can't handle the thought of hopelessness in this connection. The Magician with the Judgment card, it gives them a real sense of power to think that if they just revealed themselves, if they could just wield the power of the situation, if they could get everything that they wanted, they would get a brand new beginning here. And it does feel like they're being resurrected from the dead, or they're being, brought back to life into your world after a great disconnect, after a very long time. But on the other side of it, in the future position, they feel like if they keep going the way that they're going, eventually the two of you will merge back together somehow, because they feel like that is something that is almost destined to be in this connection. This Justice card shows that, like, truth paramount. truth paramount here, will reign supreme, that justice will prevail in this situation, even though there's confusion here. But I feel like it's the fantasy of the hope that keeps them going. They don't allow their fantasies to thwart them into a negative place necessarily. Sometimes it might slip into that place with the Nine of Swords, but they feel like this is kind of meant to be. This card here was just in the middle of the deck. You're a badass being full of love, life. It says full of life, love, and possibilities. Through this deck, may you find a path to your best self. I love that. I didn't even see that in there. Yeah, they have a real sense of belonging with you. But here's the Ten of Swords and the Hermit. You know, with that Nine of Swords, they are trying so hard and so desperately to hang on to the hope. But it's like, even when they feel hopeless, even when they feel really lonely in their life, it's like they still can't let go. It's like, I know I shouldn't ever even look on their social media. I know that I shouldn't keep tabs on them, but look at her looking at her phone. She's looking at her phone because she's like, I'm just going to take one more peek. Maybe something's changed today, because they don't want to let go. And this Hermit energy, this Virgo energy, you can see is checking their laptop, keeping that hope alive. I do feel like they're keeping tabs on you, keeping, they definitely watch you, or they've been trying to. A definite sense of friendship here with the Three of Cups. In some cases, I don't feel like this moved into the romantic realm at all. They've never had the experience with you. It's like it never even moved to a loving place, but they have all of these fantasies of where it could go because they feel that connection so acutely. Let's look at their intentions and see if they have any intentions of coming towards you. Grab a deck here. Without destroying everything. What are their intentions in this connection, please? They feel like they've been very patient too. They feel like, but their focus has never waned from you. They thought that maybe time and space would change that, but their focus has never waned from you. What are their intentions in this connection, please? We have the Hermit, Virgo. We had the Hermit earlier here as well, you know, with this sense of not wanting to give up hope, maintaining the hope in that lantern, always checking social media, I feel like, to keep tabs on you. Seven of Swords. There's a message coming through that they have hid their true feelings from you since the beginning with the Seven of Swords. And it's almost like sometimes I even have to, I lie to myself. I never told you in the past my true intentions. We have the Page of Cups. Oh. This Page of Cups has a little pig flying over here. The little pig flying. It makes them feel like they want it to be possible. They don't know how. Right now, they don't know how to make that happen. But they do feel like the Magician underneath is really showing the power that they actually wield in the situation. They don't realize their power yet. They're on this evolution of realizing how powerful they are in the situation. But when it comes to you, you make them feel like a little kid. Even if they're a grown adult, you make them feel like a little kid for some reason here. Clarifying, please. What are their intentions in this connection? Too many, Spirit. The Page of Cups does indicate a desire for a reunion that comes out of the blue. The Queen of Wands. Yeah, they want to make that happen. They are fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. We also have the World back of deck energy here. So they do have intentions of honestly coming towards you. It's like they're trying to build up the courage or build up the right thing to say or come up with... the Ace of Swords talks about clarity coming in for them. We have the Nine of Cups. But it also talks about fresh beginnings and truthfulness and bearing our soul. And this Nine of Cups reflects, you know, that they have had this hope, this wish inside this connection for a long time. It's existed inside of them. And they want to see where it goes here with the World card. They want to see what success can come out of it. And they feel like it could be amazing. They want closure. They want to at least be able to express themselves from something that they've maybe been holding back for way too long. There is a message coming through, though, that they're worried about how you will view them. They see there's a difference between the energy levels. They're worried about how you're going to view this information coming in, how you view them. The Queen of Wands has this black cat laying in front of her for a reason, because it's kind of a warning that she has a fiery temper sometimes. But she's also exciting. She's also exciting. She's a leader in her own situation. So if this person is the fire sign, it's like they're evolving in the future to the point where they feel powerful enough to approach you. They feel powerful enough to create this sudden turn of events in this connection. They do have intentions of coming towards you to speak with you. They do have intentions of revealing themselves. So let's get some clarity on how are they currently feeling. What do they wish they could say to you if they had zero filters and could say whatever they wanted right this moment but are unable to? What do they want to say right this moment, please? I am sick of this. I'm sick of no contact. I feel lonely. It's been a long time. The separation is killing me. The distance between us is killing me. I'm going to group those together because I just feel like it's just them expressing themselves in a way of like exasperation. And no one knows I still think about you. I replay everything that happened in my mind. The things I didn't do, the things I should have done, the things I said, even times when I may have denied how I feel about you in the past. I worry that you don't feel the same way, that this is all in my head. We had that Seven of Cups. That's really a reflection of that confusion, not knowing where you stand in the connection. And because of not knowing where you stand, that's why they constantly keep tabs on you if they're able to. That's why sometimes if they can't, or if they see you thriving, it may thrust them into this feeling of like, I can't come forward. Obviously, they're happy where they are. Past life connection. You have known each other before in this life and in past lives as well. I'm sorry. I'm watching from the outside. Very strong indicators of that in the tarot as well. I can't come forward right now. What do they want to say at this moment, please? If they could say anything from this pile, what would they say? I'll get both of these piles to be able to pull a deck of messages to work with. What would they say right this moment if they could say anything, please? What are they holding back in this connection? I can see I'm watching. Definitely, you know, like I said, with these cards, she's, you know, even though she's in pain and she's letting go, the last thing she does is check that phone. It's like maybe the status has changed and she's lonely and holding out her, you know, hope, but the last thing she's doing is checking her social media to make sure there's no changes. Just in case. It's like this just in case type of mentality. They have intentions of coming towards you, though. I've got a lot of responsibilities right now. You are the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. You are everything. Oh, and here, I've missed so much. I've missed so much of your life. There's so many things I don't even know that you've experienced yet. And they do feel like they've missed out a lot. And all they can do is fill in those blanks with assumptions. I didn't mean to love you. I can't help it. Feels like a friend zone situation. And I'm scared. Feels like a friend zone situation where they didn't have the courage to reveal themselves. 1111, the angels are singing. You may see repeating numbers quite a bit when you think about this person, or maybe you see 1111. This could be an indicator of a twin flame union here. I want to start over, but I'm secretly terrified of making moves here. But I feel like they're evolving. They're going to get more courage. The truth of this connection lays hidden. I have one more. It says, it feels impossible, but I can't give up completely. And this card with the pig really embodies that. It feels impossible, but I can't give up completely. Back of the deck says, I'm scared of unavoidable change. Let's get some oracle cards for you. Advice, please, group 3. This person's current feelings and intentions. We have orphaned. And, you know, the Hermit came out quite a bit. And the Hermit energy doesn't necessarily reflect loneliness. If it's in the reverse, it often does. And it's not that this person is intrinsically lonely all the time. They do feel left out of your life. They do feel abandoned almost in this connection sometimes. We have All That Glitters. And we also have the Serendipity card coming out with that as well. So there is this message with the Serendipity card about, again, that 1111. You could have you hear their song on the radio that reminds you of them, or you see their name, or you just, it's like these little moments that continually bring you back to this connection, even though maybe it has been years or like maybe longer, decades perhaps, since you've been with this person or seen this person. There's still all of these little idiosyncrasies that match up to thoughts of this person. And I feel like that's mutual. If that's happening for you, it's happening for this person too. We have All That Glitters. So there is this perception with this card that someone in this connection is concerned about appearances and wears masks for the benefit of other people and how they're viewed in society. It's like the roles we play to placate other people and their assumptions of us. And we feed into it so much because we don't want to be judged. We don't want to be abandoned by these people, so we play to these expectations that they place upon us. It is about taking these off and being truthful about ourselves and understanding that we are whole 100% within ourselves and we don't need other people's approval. You have the Dissipating. A sense of growing old while waiting for this connection, but there's a certain amount of responsibility in this card too. We are responsible for our own position. This bird is free to fly wherever they will, but it chooses to stay in this place. And we have perception, and that's what needs to change, is our perception about our power and our worth and how much we are valuable to other people. This person doesn't know if you feel the same way. They don't know if you are thinking about them in the same way. They want a transformation. They want new beginnings. But again, they're holding themselves in place here. We have Despondent. Somebody in this connection, and I feel like it's mutual, even though this person doesn't realize it. Someone in this connection isn't happy with the rate of speed at which everything is happening. We have True Love. This is the romance of a lifetime. And that's how they view it. That's how your person views it. This is something very special. You are very unique. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. I feel for most of you, this person is going to come forward and try to bridge that gap. This Three of Cups is about reunions as well at the end of the day. Not just friendship, but reunions. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking will bring you romance. And that kind of is the advice card for this dissipating energy here. It's about staying optimistic. It's about realizing our power. We have Healing Family Issues at the back of the deck. So there could be a family involved on either side. Or, you know, the Healing Family Issues really does speak to what our assumptions about our limitations are and where they derive from. Sometimes it really talks about these generational ideas that are passed down that we now have to either push past, break through, or they are the things that help to bring about this dissipating energy because we don't feel equipped to push past these boundaries because you may be the first in your ancestral line who are asked to do that or meant to do that. So it feels strange, it feels uncomfortable. So that card really speaks to that as well. So for some of you watching, you may resonate with that message. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for group number 3. Current thoughts, feelings, and intentions from the no contact love on your mind today. What are they currently thinking and feeling about you? The Judgment card, the Seven of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles. They could be juggling a lot of responsibilities right now with the Two of Pentacles. It's about the highs and lows of life and how we struggle with them sometimes. It's like no matter what practical concerns this person has in their life, they still carry this connection with them wherever they go. And it's a weird thing for them. They don't understand it sometimes because in many cases, it's been a long time. The Seven of Wands there is really speaking about the obstacles between you that are stopping this new beginning from happening. Though the seven is really about these obstacles, though, that we are meant to push through. We are divinely guided to push through these perceived obstacles in front of us, to create our own future, to create our own abundance, our own opportunities for resurrections. And it speaks to the power we wield and that we often don't choose to wield. That's in my finger there. What do we have? I'm going to get another little pinch. We have a stethoscope. We have a stethoscope coming out, so it could be a nursing or doctor or hospital connection. We have gentle, and we have S in the bowl. We have weakness is a choice in the bowl, which is interesting. And we also have the strength rune, which talks about overcoming powerful forces that are against us. We have the Empress in the bowl, so motherhood. We also have the seahorse, which is about going with the flow in a situation. We have the leaf because there's a change upon us, a change in the wind as well. And the microphone, which is interesting because you guys started with the bell, which is about communication, somebody wanting to get your attention, and the microphone is kind of the same image here. But weakness is a choice, and the stethoscope, so take that as it resonates. All right, group number 3, that is what I have for you today. I hope that this resonated with the connection on your mind. If it did, I would love to hear about it in the comment section. I would love for you to join our family here, subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell and the like button because it helps me to bring so much more content to you, and I really, really appreciate it. If you feel called to, check out my links below. I offer a chance to win a free mini read on Instagram on a monthly basis, and that's coming up very soon, so check me out there. If you're interested in a personal reading, I do offer them as my schedule allows on Etsy, so you can check out that link. A lot of times people have been telling me that they've been going to the link and it's been empty, and that's just because I sell out very quickly. I only have a few slots that are available throughout the day because of my schedule, but I do refresh every day at 2 p.m. or at least by 2 p.m. or I try to, Eastern Standard Time, so please keep checking back. There will be multiple opportunities every day to secure a reading with me, so keep checking back if you feel called to get one of those. I do hope that you come back here, though, and visit me on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I really hope that you have a wonderful day. Take care. Thank you for joining me.